just follow it. So it says look, it looks. It says do this unlawful thing, it'll do it. It says eat this unlawful thing, it'll eat it. And because of this, like you saw in the tiger here, you see one leaf which is trapped. Some people, because of the drugs and because nowadays, have you seen recently, it's a new phenomenon because it's something I just realized recently, is that when you're driving the motorway and also in major roads as well, it says before it used to be don't drink and drive. Before the sign used to be don't drink and drive, take a break, don't drink and drive, it's danger, danger, don't drink and drive. Now it's don't drugs and drive. It's a new phenomena. People realize we shouldn't drink and drive, but there are people now who are actually under the influence of drugs and driving. That's even more lethal. That's even more lethal. As there are such things, the cause which people are happening, that they're thinking that, okay, I will actually smoke this, I will take that, I'll be fine. But they could be actually causing even more disaster than what drunk people are doing. At least when, for example, with the drunk people, straight away you can tell he's drunk, definitely, the way he's driving. And then all of a sudden, the person who's actually intoxicated with drugs, who knows what they're doing and how they're driving. They can't even probably see you and they'll probably run through you. That's the effect it can be. So here, what can happen is that if you just keep on following your desires, there's a cage there, imprisonment. Many people, what they've done because of the anger, because of shahwa of anger, and because of what people have done, what they happened, they've killed and murdered. They've ended up in prison. Some people, because of their joy for riding, what's happened is that they went for a joyride. Their friends beat them up. Yes, we'll do it. Yeah, you go and get the car keys. Yes, let's go. Joyriding, what's happened? They kill someone on the road, or they may have an accident. That's it, gone. For a few minutes of pleasure. What's happened is that they actually gave in. Whatever the storm of nafs and storm of intoxication came upon them, wherever it blew, they went. They wanted to drive, they drove. They wanted to actually eat, they ate. They wanted to actually fulfill, they fulfilled. Be it against the command of Allah Messenger, they don't care. This is like the wind. So these people, the Iman, like the wind, when the gales of passion desires will come upon them, they are dictated by the passion. They are dictated by the desires, not the other way around. Whatever the desires will say, that is how they're dictated. And they'll go that way. They have Iman. Now don't get me wrong. These people, if we're of this people, if we're of the category of people, we have that Iman. Yes, the Iman is there. But it's weak. As soon as the wind will blow, like you hear the wind here, the storm will blow, it will go that way. It will go left, it will go right. It's never stable. So you need to ask yourself, what is my level of Iman then? Am I this? Is this my level? Because if you do, the danger of this is that maybe once, what will happen is that if your level of Iman is this, maybe once when the winds of shaitanic desires will come and shaitan blows, when he will blow, the leaf isn't safe right at the moment. Maybe it goes to a land of sin or the land of kufr. And that's it. It never comes out of that. It's finished. And death comes upon that. It's very dangerous. This level of Iman dangerous because when the devilish storm or when society will put pressure and comes, it takes you from the safe land, it blows you from the safe land to the sea of kufr. That is the danger. So one has to be cautious. It's extreme danger if one's level of Iman is like this. If you're one of those people who are just following what your desires are telling you, it tells you, for example, sleep, sleep, eat, drink, drink. If this is what you're doing and you have no stability in life, you have no organization in life, you're just doing whatever your desires, whatever the wind blows, you're going that way. You feel like doing some work, you do it. You can't hold on to a job. You're not able to hold on to your studies. You're getting kicked out of university, college, whatever group. You got to take actually reins of yourself and say, what is happening to my life? I'm a human being, others are human beings. How is it that other people are able to study? How is other people able to hold a job? How are other people able to go to work? How are other people able to sustain their marriage? Why is it that I am not able to do that? I need to ask myself, what's going on in my life? Some people have left the Iman in that way. We can't even stand the pressure of sleep here. We can't even stand the pressure of sleep. Forget about shaitanic desires, the pressure of sleep that we can't even wake up Fajr. So when the wind of sleep comes upon us, we are completely different way. You can't even wake up for Fajr. That is our level of Iman. Is this where we are? Is this how we are? So that's one level of Iman. Iman like the leaf. Ask yourself, am I in that category? Am I at that level? And the dangers of this. Look at the category, the dangers of that level if you are on that. Some people, Iman is like the grass. Leaf is floating, is blowing here, there and everywhere. But these people, at least one thing you can say, one level in one sense is better, is that they have some root into the ground. At least the grass has some roots into the ground. So that when the wind will blow, yes, the heads will move. It will go left, it will go right, but they're still firm rooted into the ground. Whichever direction the wind will blow, the grass moves in that direction. The grass can't stand straight, it bends to the wind. So it succumbs. In other words, that it wants to be straight, but when the wind will blow left, it will go left. When the wind will go right, it will go right, but at least still firm to the ground. It succumbs to the pressure, external pressure. So are you one of those people who succumbs to pressure? These people have stronger Iman than the leaf. They have Iman, but they are so pressurized and fearful of the desires of people, of their desires and people. So when people tell you, society will tell you, when shaitan will tell you, don't do this and do that, you feel the pressure. Examples, you see it every day. For example, weddings. Weddings, we want to have a wedding, okay. You want to get married? Yes, I want to get married. I want a simple wedding. No, but we can't have it simple. Why is that? Mother and father telling you, all the relatives are telling you, you can't have it simple. Because why? Such and such people will say X, Y, and Z about us. We can't do it like that. Oh, we've got to have this, we've got to have that, we've got the dole, we've got the gajni, we have to do this, we have to do that. We have the whole shenanigan. So instead of spending just 5,000, 10,000, you're spending 50,000, 60,000 pounds on a wedding. Because why? You bow down to the pressure of society, of culture. Culture has told us, society has told us, we have to have it like this. Nowadays, people are TikTok followers, Instagram followers. They're already made the minds of 5 years. I want my wedding to be like that, like this, like that. Why? Because TikTok is telling them, Instagram is telling them. Because I'm a Facebook guy, apparently I'm old now, so we're too old because we've been told that Facebook is actually quite old and people say that we know your age. I didn't know there was an age limit to this. So we have to speak in the terms of the new lingos of these youngsters, TikTok and Instagram. So whatever the Instagram will tell them, whatever TikTok will tell them, the heart is ticking and talking that way, in that direction as well. So the TikTok will say tick and we say talk. The TikTok will say, you need to dress like this. We say talk, yeah, we'll dress like that. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, they bow down to the society. They bow down to the desire. Desire is telling you this. You want to, for example, no, I shouldn't look. No, I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be doing that. But unfortunately, because you don't have that strength, you give in to the desire, give in to the wind of desires, and you turn that way as well. Turn that direction as well. But the one thing is that at least he's not been blown up as such. He's still there. He's still rooted. He's one of those people that is still rooted, but he just falls on the other side. Somebody comes, whisper in his ear, he does it. And you know how we say, oh, see, that's Hadad, he's a good lad. What happens is that if some shararati people come and tell him, so he just falls and goes that way. But if somebody good comes, he's a good boy, he'll listen to you as well. This is what we're saying. These are the types of people we're talking about. Is that the good thing about these people is that one of the effects of this is that when he wants to follow the sunnah. This person, when we talk about desires, is that he wants to follow the sunnah, he wants to follow the ways. But what happens is that when pressure comes, peer pressure, friends, family, relatives, wife, children, he bows down to their pressure and gives in. That is what's going to happen. So here he wants to follow the sunnah, but his wife says he doesn't want them to. But his wife doesn't, so he feels pressurized. Oh, my marriage is in danger. She might leave me. My wife doesn't want me to keep bid. Okay, I have to now listen to her. Or the family will boycott you. Or there'll be social boycott from family and friends and society. You want to follow the sunnah. You want to marry the sunnah way. You want to dress the sunnah way. You want to live the sunnah way. But wife is saying no, no, no. Family is saying no, no, no. Society is saying no, no, no. So you give in. You listen to them to please them. How many of times, now brothers who are married, you'll understand, is that how many times you've actually given to what your wife wanted, what your children wanted, what family wanted. You give in despite displeasing Allah's Messenger, and how many times have you slapped their back at you because of that? We are getting slapped day in, day out, despite the fact that we try to keep them happy, knowing the fact that we may be displeasing Allah and His Messenger. We try to keep the wife happy. We try to keep the father happy, the mother happy, the family happy, the children happy. Yet still what they do, they just get you a slipper and they slap it back on your face. When are we going to wake up? When will we realize? Was it worth us keeping them happy, or was it better that we kept Allah and His Messenger happy? Yes, they might have been displeased for you for a while, but who's in control of the hearts? This is one thing that we always forget. We always say, oh yes, I better listen to my parents. I better listen to my wife. I better listen to our children. When they're going against the command of Allah, that is not the point to listen. When they're going against the command of Rasulullah, that is not the point to listen. Now you listen. Here now, you have to give preference. You give preference to Allah and His Messenger over what? Over the parents, over the children, over the wife, over everybody. You have to give. If you don't, it is these people who will betray you. Because of you betraying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Messenger, at that point, at that hukum, it is these people who will end up betraying you in that matter. And we've felt it. Every single one of us who've done that, have experienced that, will test to the fact that this is the truth. So they give in, they follow, and that's it. So outwardly he follows them, but at least inside he knows, gosh, I was wrong, I shouldn't have done that. If you are this, if you're of that level of person, that level of Iman, that yes, you give in to societal pressure, outward pressure, but inwardly you know it's wrong, it's a good thing. At least internally it's a good thing. Why? I'll come into a bit. So danger of such Iman is, why is a good thing, just mentioning here, is that these people, what that can happen is that if you to invite these people towards dawah, giving them dawah, bring them to seek some knowledge, or give them from nasiha, whatever nasiha you give them, sincere advice, some nasiha, give them some dawah, give them some instruction, they will listen, and they will change, and they will amend, because there's roots there. It's not like the leaf is just blowing here and there and everywhere, following his desires. There's roots there which is rooted down. All it is they're rooted, but they're being swayed. They're moving left and right because of the wind. But if you tell them, if you instruct them, if you give them good counsel, they'll listen. They'll become upright. How many times say we want upright children, isn't it? They become upright. They become straight. They have a tendency to listen. They'll benefit. The other thing is that these people benefit from what? If you now give them nasiha is good, but what they'll also benefit is that if you nourish them with good people and good gathering, they'll benefit even more. So if you bring them through a gathering, a gathering like this, of nasiha and dhikr, they'll benefit. It will change. The first category of people, where they're like a leaf, they're going here, there and everywhere, the danger is they're just following the shahwat, they're following the desires. Whatever the desire is taking, they're going. These people have no purposeless. There's no purpose in their life. There's no purpose. That's why they're going here, there, and everywhere. Ask yourself, do you have a purpose in life? Have you got a purpose in life? If you've not got a purpose, if you are leading a purposeless life, what I mean by that, that is why you're failing in studies. That is why you're failing at your work. That is why you're failing in everything. Why? Is because there's no ultimate purpose. There's no ultimate aim. There's nothing that is driving you, moving you to get up. There's nothing that is telling you that I should do this. I have to sacrifice this. Everybody has this willpower, this desire, the willpower which is within them, this mechanism which is so strong and powerful that even the shaitan is scared of, believe it or not. It's not just Sayyidina Umar who's scared of. If you use your willpower, the willpower is so strong that even shaitan said that I have no power over you. If you use your willpower, this ability that Allah has given you, the mechanism that is given you, for example, the willpower is that you have, some of you are sat here because you willingly came, isn't it? Yeah? Some of you have been probably brought here by your parents, or maybe your father, or your mother, or your brother, or your friend, because he's promised you a burger afterwards. You also sat here. But what's happened is that you have used willpower. The first one that used the willpower to sit here, the other person used the willpower for the burger. So they're willing to take the punishment or the crime of this half an hour, 50 minutes, an hour or so. They're saying that I can take that burger, is more enjoyable. So you're saying in your mind, you may think, I would, although I'm not saying that, maybe listen to me as a punishment, probably it is. I'm just saying is that you're willing to go through the 50 minutes, an hour for that luscious burger, for that beautiful kebab afterward, because you know you have to go through the pain for the joy afterwards, the pleasure afterwards. There's no pleasure without pain. So you have to listen to me for an hour or so, inshallah it'll be less now, and then that wonderful burger or that kebab or that wonderful salad that they've made upstairs is waiting for you. You know it's there, so you're willing that you can do that. So it's amazing, by mentioning burgers, especially burgers, half the people have woken up. Amazingly, I don't know why the fascination with burgers. Kebabs doesn't work, but burgers, mention burgers. And if I mention, if you want to, they can probably do anyway. But anyway, some people, again, it's the willpower again. So the first category of people would leave is because they have purposeless life. There's no purpose in their life. They're just filling the desires. These people, they have sort of, they're a bit grounded. They have sort of an idea that, yeah, I should be pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I should follow Rasulullah. But what happens is that, yeah, pressure comes. Pressure from friends, pressure from society, pressure from family, pressure from wife, pressure from children. And you sway, you just go that way. Whatever they say, yeah, we'll do that. And you know you shouldn't have done that. You know it's wrong. But what happened is that the danger that we mentioned before is that the danger of this, if you carry on like this, is that the grass, although it's got rooted, it is rooted, but it can get plucked, it can get trodden, it can get damaged. Too much pressure can damage it. Too much swaying to one side can damage it. If the pressure is too much, and many times what happens, that people say, I'm crushed, I can't breathe. Why? People are just wanting me to do this. Oh, go on, do it. It's finished, it's cracked, it's given. And sometimes it can dry and burn to the effect of the heat of the test that Allah's put into through. It dry up. So, although it's firmly grounded, yes, there's roots there, it can also get trodden, it can get plucked, it can get damaged. Is this what you're feeling? Right? That wasn't the wind, I'm telling you, that was not the wind. I hope it's upstairs, otherwise, maybe somebody's giving me a message, the burger's here. Anyhow, is that the danger is that it can get plucked, it can get damaged, it can get burnt, it can get dried. Now ask yourself, is that, are you feeling like this? Is your Iman of this level? Are you getting swayed? Are you getting pressurized? Want to go and do these XYZ sins because of friends, you're doing it. If you're on your own, you won't do it. But if you're with others, that's what you're doing. Unfortunately, he's with the wrong crowd. He's also got in the car. Unfortunately, the car was actually somebody was driving illegally, he's in the car as well. And he got caught. He also gets sent to prison. What happened there? Pressure again. He didn't have the strength to say, no, I don't want to go in. He didn't have the strength to say, no, I don't want to take it. He didn't have the strength to say, no, I don't want you to do this. Pressure. Influence of pressure. Your Iman was not strong enough to say no. And there are times when you need to stand up and say no. You need to be able to say that. Somebody is giving you, offering, you know it's wrong. You know the wonderful thing? When you say no, is that your heart will actually testify you've done right. There's a release. There's an opening, there's a release in your heart. That you feel such joy that you never felt that before. Yes, your friend might leave you. The girlfriend might leave you. The brother might leave you. The family might shout at you and dispel you. But inside, internally, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will actually empower you and give you more love and strength for what you've done. He'll let you taste your Iman. You know, for example, this is a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. I'm just saying to them, turn your gaze away. You turn the sweetness of your Iman. You can feel it, you can taste it. Try it and experience it. That's just for one. Now we can use this principle for other things. That when there's a hukum of Allah and His Messenger telling you not to do something, you don't do it, you can taste it. And when there is something for you to not to do and you actually don't do it, you can taste it there. The sweetness of one's Iman. So, is your Iman like a leaf? Or is your Iman like a grass? Which category is it so far? There are some people whose Iman is like the tree. It's strong, firmly rooted into the ground. Initial stage, it was a plant. It grew. So you've grown your Iman. You strengthened it. It became a plant. The roots grew stronger. They became a small tree. And then it became bigger. It's such that it may be even a fruit-bearing tree as well. It's benefiting others. So it's gone from a seed to a seedling to a plant to a tree. It's well-rooted. The tree trunks, if the tree takes influence from the weather, what happens is, the only problem with the tree is that it's susceptible to the weather. It changes from season to season. In spring, in summer, in autumn and winter. In autumn, the leaves will start withering away, discolor and wither away. Leaves falls, dries. And then what happens in spring? It grows back again. Is this how we are? Are we affected by the seasons? Season of spring, season of summer. Spring, in other words, that we're a little bit energetic, we're still going, we're trying to do our stuff, trying to do our mouths, trying to do our dhikr, it's not really there. Summer, we're full on. There's bust there, there's expansion there. We can do whatever. You want me to do dawah, brother? I'll go. You want me to go to Jamaat? I'll go to Jamaat. You want me to do this work? I'll do that work. You want me to do dhikr? I can do 5 hours dhikr non-stop. It's not a problem. Because why? You're in the summer of the season, spiritual state. There are some people coming to autumn of the spiritual state, where you're feeling a bit slow, lethargic, lazy, actually are feeling a bit tired, feeling a bit down, don't feel like doing things. Then there comes winter where you're completely dead, you're static, you're bare, you're naked, you can't do anything. You're still, you're cold. The heat of dhikr, and remember it's all gone. You're cold from Allah, you're cold from Rasulullah, i.e. you're so distant, you're so isolated and distant from Allah and His Messenger. It's still so that you can't do anything. These are the seasons. Spiritual season that you go through. So the tree is also separate, you also go through. Does your Iman take that effect as well? Allah SWT tests the individual. For example, just like the autumn winter season, leaves falling and trees looks bare. Similarly, for example, Allah SWT give you wealth. He can give you wealth and luxuries. That's your spring and your summer. You've got a lot of wealth and luxury. And then what happens? That wealth and luxury starts to diminish away, wither away. What happens now? What do? You had luxury, you had wealth, all of a sudden diminish away. Are you going to now go back and surrender everything and say, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what have you done to me? Are you going to actually completely leave everything? Or are you going to actually bear it? What are you going to do? Some people are spiritually moved and affected. So what happens is that, what we mean by that is that if things are going good for me, I'm doing well in my business, I'm doing well in my studies, prayer not a problem, dhikr not a problem, dawah not a problem. I can do all this good ibadah and worship. It's a trading system. Oh Allah, you give me dunya, you give me wealth, you give me health, you give me business, you give me, your ibadah is not a problem. I can worship you, I can pray, I can do all sorts of ibadah, I can sacrifice, not a problem. And then when he withholds, Ya Rabbal Alam, what have you done? Ya Allah, what have I done? Why am I so blamed with it that you've actually withheld me? I wanted this job, you didn't give me. I wanted this placement, you didn't give me. I wanted this, I wanted that, you know. I want to get married, I can't get married. So what happens? He starts becoming lazy in his ibadah. He's lazy in his prayer. He doesn't feel motivated to do anything. He doesn't feel like doing any ibadah, the worship. He doesn't feel like doing anything. Why? Because he's not getting what he wants. Are we moved by the seasons? Is this what we are? Is this how Iman is? Is that, are we affected spiritually when the season, autumn comes, winter comes, spring comes, summer comes? How are we like? What is that level of Iman? Is that how we are? Now, what's the danger of such Iman? Is that when a calamity will befall you, when a calamity will come, the hurricane tornado of sin will come, a calamity, a musibah will come, a big musibah will come. Easily, when a tornado can actually rip a tree apart. It's stronger than the leaf, it's stronger than, this Iman is stronger than the leaf, it's stronger than the grass, but still, although it's deeply rooted, it can be plucked up and uprooted as well. Still not firm enough. It can be swayed. So these people, what happens is that, alhamdulillah, they're good, they're pious, they're practicing, but sometimes what happens, when a great musibah comes upon them, they leave everything. They can't handle it. It's too much. They couldn't bear it. And Allah SWT does not burden you more than you can bear. You feel like that, but unfortunately you can actually withstand it. So calamity befalls them. They become lazy in their prayer. They forget to focus on Allah SWT. Rather they focus on the calamity instead. That is the danger. Is that they say, the common thing they'll say, oh, why am I feeling so down these days? How are you, bro? How are you, brother? Are you okay? Yeah. Oh, bro, don't mention it. Oh, no. I'm really down today. How are you, sister? Yes, sister. Don't talk to me about it, honestly. It's been such a bad day, horrible day. I can't even do the dishes. I can't even get up to do the cleaning. I can't even do anything. I can't do the cooking. I'm feeling so down. Sisters, if this makes any sense, then let me know. Brothers, I can't go out and do the shopping. I don't want to feel like going to work. I don't feel like actually going to the gym. Imagine brothers saying that, going to the gym. Gymaholics, they love the gym. Imagine they even saying they can't go to the gym. And imagine they're saying they're even so down, they can't even count the calories as well. So what happens? They will keep an eye on the calories. Now, forget the calories. I was on 2,000, now I'm going to go 4,000. I'm not bothered because I'm feeling down. These are feelings, these are state. This is just a state. This is just a state. Feeling down will not put you down, but your own self will put you down. Feeling down will not put you down, but you yourself will put yourself down. So get up. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get up from this, the slut that you got yourself in, the slumber that you get yourself in. Get up and rise up. It's only temporary. It's not forever. It's only a season. Maybe you're in the winter season. The thing is, spring is coming. Spring is coming. Keep on persevering. Keep on being steadfast. Seek refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Seek His protection. He will get you out of it. It's just a passing phase. It's not permanent. You need to get yourself out of that. So here is that That's the category of people who are like the tree. It can't get rid. So they're stronger, they're firmer, they're grounded, they are a lot firmer into the deen and the practice. Sometimes they can be swayed by the storm or tornado, they can be uprooted. When the wind blows, alhamdulillah, they still remain steady. But when the calamity will come, that is when they can be swayed and they can be moved. Then there are people who like the mountain, their iman like the mountain. Look at that, the mountain. This is the biggest and highest level of iman. It's designed to remain at its place, it doesn't move. So now here, imagine there's the mountain. All the seasons, imagine there's a hurricane, there's a tornado, even earthquakes. It does not move. Stay still. It does not move. So alternation of seasons, spring, summer, winter, autumn, whatever it is, it's not changed. It's not affected by the seasons. It's affected by the spiritual states. It doesn't matter. It's not affected by a hot tornado. It's not affected by blizzard. It's not affected by sleet. It's not affected by snow. It's not affected by rain. Rather, what happens is that with the mountain is that it gets further beautified and purified, even more so. Imagine how beautiful a mountain looks when the snow comes upon it. And then when spring comes, the snow melts, how beautiful water it gives. Cleansing the mountain and even more beautiful, making more power. It's just a beauty in its own self. People go visiting all these Himalayas, and you got Everest and all these wonderful mountains that there's such beauty, which is undeniably beautiful. But what happens is that all these storms, which will actually destroy the leaf, destroy the grass, destroy the tree, it doesn't get destroyed, but rather it gets beautified and purified and even more blessed. When you have an iman like this, which is a God-conscious iman, these are imans of whom? The prophets and the messengers, the Sahaba and the Awliya and Salihin. They're like mountains. The iman is like mountains. They don't get moved. They don't get shuddered. They are actually in the face of test. Imagine, like our brothers and sisters who visited, who are in Umrah now, they went to Battle of Uhud, Battle of Badr. All those battles that the Prophet and companions actually went through. They had nothing and still they defeated all the enemies of Islam. They destroyed them with nothing. They were not swayed. They did not move. Temptations came. They were not swayed by the dunya. No matter what season came upon them, rather they made themselves even more beautiful and beautified them. Gust of winds and calamity would come. They would not sink, but rather they actually even more elevation, go higher, float even higher. So these people place their trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not themselves, not on their iman, but on Allah. And when you have an iman like this, where you place your tawakkul upon Allah, this person cannot be swayed or moved whatsoever. And this is the type of iman that me and you should be aiming for. This is the type of iman that me and you should be aiming for. When you have an iman like this, what happens? Then you can become a cave in which others can take protection from. Your heart becomes like a cave in which others seek refuge and shelter from the storm of desire, the storms of temptation, the storms of dunya, the storms which shaitan is planting and trying to rid of you. You can take shelter in these people's hearts. Cave of these people's hearts. That is what the awliya are like. That is why you feel bliss and peace and serenity in their company. Because why? It's because their level of iman is such, their proximity is such, that the mercy and rahmah of Allah is falling upon them. And imagine, this beautiful thing is that when the rain falls, where does it hit first? The highest points, the mountain. Whoever is closer to the mountain receives. So find those mountains. Take shade in them. Take shelter in them. But more importantly, you can also be a mountain. You have the ability to become a mountain. Why are you settling just to being a leaf? Stop dithering away. Stop hurling yourself away from the temptation of dunya and nafs and shaitan when it tells you go here and go there. Stop bowing down to the pressure of people, of wives and children and everybody. Stop actually falling to prey to calamities. Be like the mountain. Be like the Awliya and Salihin. Be like the companions. Be like the prophets and messengers. And not get swayed by anything. Rather be a person who's upright, firm, and doesn't get swayed by anything or temptation. And they're firm in the belief in Allah and His Messenger. And people take benefit from that. Jazakum Allah jazaa. Subhanakallah bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik.
Now the time has come for us to introspect, reflect, and take a deep dive into our own hearts and ask ourselves, where is our Iman? What level are we at? Have we become that mountain that we should be? But if the answer is no, then there is a way, there is a path, there is a guide that here today you can learn how to become like that mountain. No matter where your Iman is, a person can become like that mountain. They can learn and start that journey today. If you're someone who wants to strengthen your Iman and become like the awliyaullah, become like the Sahaba, then see myself after inshallah, and I can direct you to the brothers who can show you that path and you can start that journey today. It's like, for example, if your heart's failing, in emergency what they do, they give you that instant shock to make sure your system's running. Gives you like a booster. So today you can have that spiritual booster to get your Iman firing back up. So if you're a person who feels like I need that booster, I need that spiritual booster, then after the gathering, after the gathering, stay behind, inshallah, we can show you how to start this path. And secondly, I'd like to mention that also this weekend, we have a very special retreat coming up, or a 2-day winter workshop. Now, majority of us are off, so this is an opportunity again to strengthen our Iman and spend time in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To be fair, a lot of us are just going to be watching Christmas movies or having Christmas turkey, halal turkey hopefully, but really we're not going to be benefiting in any way. You've got 2 days, think if you could spend that in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, these 2 days can make a difference to the rest of your year. You know, we all make New Year's resolutions. Well, you can utilize these 2 days to prepare yourself for the new year. Here you will learn how to gain the closeness of Allah Ta'ala, how to strengthen your Iman. And also if you've had relationships where people have harmed you, have hurt you, you've had so much expectation of them, you've done so much for them, but in return they give you nothing. And now you feel lost. You don't know how to deal with this. Internally you're going through trauma. You can learn how to deal with that, and there'll also be mentors there, qualified mentors, and help you get through that in that 2-day workshop. So it's a unique workshop. It's in Newcastle. It's a bit of a travel, but inshallah, if people want to go, we can also facilitate that. I'll go to see myself, we can also help. But I would say take this opportunity. It's an amazing opportunity. And don't worry, you'll also get Christmas dinner there as well. You'll get served food as well. So don't worry if that's what you're worrying about. So inshallah, I would say take this opportunity, and if you're free, definitely come down. So now inshallah, we're going to hopefully start the dhikr session. So before we do, so ask yourself how to stand up, and that have blood flow through your legs, and come forward also. So come forward and please keep a nice and neat semicircle as well. So everyone should just quietly sit back down, inshallah, then we can start with the dhikr gathering. Quickly, just before we start the dhikr gathering, just to the etiquettes again. First and foremost, we should correct our intention with the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and connect with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with the 3 keys. Allah's watching me, Allah's with me, Allah's hearing me. Now this is your opportunity to communicate with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is going to be a loud dhikr. You'll start, you'll recite, and you will recite with them. So express whatever you have in your heart to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is your time now. So when the Ustad recite, you also recite. And then at the end, when they recite the Fatiha, they will recite and then you will follow them. So inshallah, without further ado, we will start.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم محمد سيد الكونين محمد سيد الكونين والثقلين والفريقين من عرب ومن عجم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم هو الحبيب هو الحبيب هو الحبيب الذي ترجى شفاعته هو الحبيب هو الحبيب هو الحبيب الذي ترجى شفاعته 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 لكل حول من الأحوال مقتحم لكل حول من الأحوال مقتحم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم هو الحبيب الذي ترجى شفاعته هو الحبيب الذي ترجى شفاعته لكل حول من الأحوال مقتحم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم فاعلم أنه لا إله إلا الله محمد مقصود إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا مطلوب إلا الله لا مطلوب إلا الله لا مطلوب إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا مسجود إلا الله لا مسجود إلا الله لا مسجود إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا محبوب إلا الله لا محبوب إلا الله لا محبوب إلا الله لا إله إلا الله 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 لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله رب اغفر اغفر وارحم وأنت خير الراحمين رب اغفر وارحم وأنت خير الراحمين رب اغفر وارحم وأنت خير الراحمين رب اغفر وارحم وأنت خير الراحمين أنت خير الراحمين أنت خير الراحمين أنت خير الراحمين أنت خير الراحمين رب اغفر وارحم وأنت خير الراحمين رب اغفر وارحم وأنت خير الراحمين أنت خير الرازقين أنت خير الرازقين أنت خير الرازقين أنت خير الرازقين رب اغفر وارحم وأنت خير الراحمين رب اغفر وارحم وأنت خير الراحمين أنت خير الناصرين أنت خير الناصرين أنت خير الناصرين أنت خير الناصرين رب اغفر وارحم وأنت خير الراحمين رب اغفر وارحم وأنت خير الراحمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين إني كنت من الظالمين إني كنت من الظالمين صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم 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 صلى الله على Muhammad, 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 Sallallahu ala Muhammad, Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allah, Allah, Allahu, 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 Allah, 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 Allah,
Astaghfirullah.
أستغفر الله
أستغفر الله
أستغفر الله
أستغفر الله
الذي لا إله إلا هو
الذي لا إله إلا هو
الحي القيوم
الحي القيوم
وأتوب إليه أستغفر الله
أستغفر الله
الذي لا إله إلا هو
الذي لا إله إلا هو
الحي القيوم
الحي القيوم
وأتوب إليه أستغفر الله
أستغفر الله
الذي لا إله إلا هو
الذي لا
الحي القيوم
الحي القيوم
وأتوب إليه اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman Rahim, Al-Good Al-Akhirah. We have sat here for a short while remembering you, Ya Rabbil Alameen, remembering your beloved. Sending salawat and durud upon your beloved Messenger Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, doing your dhikr, Ya Rabbil Alameen, listen to Nasiha, Ya Allah, Rahman Rahim, whatever we've done, whatever goodness we've done, please reward us abundantly, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Send us as a reward, as a gift to the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and with the wasilah of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, as a gift upon all the prophets and messengers, and upon all the awliya and salihin, upon all the malaika, and upon all the companions, and upon all the salihin, khususan upon Sayyidina Abdul Barahun, Sayyidina Abdul Jilani, and all the Mashayikh Tariqat Muhammadiyya, and upon our beloved Sayyidina Ahmad al-Baghi, Ya Rabban, please elevate their status and rank, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, Rahman, by the barakah and the wasilah of this blessed day and blessed night and this gathering, Ya Rabbil Alameen, by the barakah and the blessing of the people that whose hands you love, Ya Rabbil Alameen, who are here in this gathering or wherever they are in the world, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Please, Ya Rabbi, whatever lawful hajat and need that we have, please fulfill our lawful hajat and need, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Help us to safeguard our Iman, Ya Rabbil Alameen. I myself is the most weakest level, Ya Rabbil Alameen, from head to toe, full of sin, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, Rahman, we are following a shahwat, the desires of nafs, whatever the nafs tells us we're following it, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Please help us and protect us and safeguard our Iman. Help us to purify this Iman and make it even more beautiful and ever to grow, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Help us to become the Iman like the Iman of the mountains, Ya Rabbil, like the prophets and messengers, like the companions, like the awliya and salihin, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, Rahman, Malik al Akhirah. We are lost, we don't know except that which you have showed us, Ya Rabbi, through your beloved messenger. Help us to follow the footsteps of your beloved messenger, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Help us to follow him in both outward and inwardly, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Help us to help our every movement, our every action, through our body, limbs, our minds, our hearts, to remember him, to follow him, to act upon his way, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Help us to realize that shaitan and shaitanic way is not the way, but the way of Rasulullah is the best of ways, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Malik al Akhirah. We are your sinful servants, Ya Rabbi. If we don't forgive our sins, Ya Rabbi, who else can we turn to other than you, Ya Rabbil Alameen? Please forgive us for all our sins and enable us all to die with Iman, Ya Rabbil Alameen. For all those brothers and sisters who are ill, Ya Rabbil Alameen, some of them are in hospitals, some are in beds. Ya Rabbi, whatever illness they have, spiritual, physical, mental illness, whatever illness they have, Ya Rabbi, you are the Shafi'i, you are the one who gives cure, grant cure to all of them, Ya Rabbi Alameen. Ya Allah, for all those brothers and sisters who are going through any marital problem, financial problem, Ya Rabbi Alameen, you are the remover of all problem, Ya Rabbi Alameen. Set at ease the task, Ya Rabbi Alameen. Ya Allah, for all those brothers and sisters who are looking for Rishdah for marriage, Ya Rabbi Alameen, for Rishdah for marriage, Ya Rabbi Alameen, whatever lawful spouse, whatever halal spouse there is, which is good for them, Ya Rabbi Alameen, grant them those lawful spouses, Ya Rabbi Alameen. Ya Allah, Rahman, for all those brothers and sisters who have any sort of going through any court cases, Ya Rabbi Alameen, please remove those set at ease attached or help them to be successful in the court case, Ya Rabbi Alameen. Ya Allah, Rahman, Maridun, Akhira, brothers and sisters who are actually and our teachers, they were in Umrah, Ya Rabbi Alameen, grant them a blissful Umrah which is Qabul, Ya Rabbi Alameen. Protect them from the vices of shaitan and nafs, and for the people, evil people, Ya Rabbi Alameen. Protect them and surround them with your comfort and your love and your mercy, Ya Rabbi Alameen. For all our brothers and sisters who are here, Ya Rabbi Alameen, please grant us the goodness of this world and goodness of Akhirah. Whatever the goodness that Rasul asked for, Ya Rabbi, please grant us this, and whatever Rasul sought refuge in, Ya Rabbi, please grant us that as well. And protect us that. Ya Allah, Rahman, Rahim, we ask you that, we ask of you, from you, Ya Rabbi Alameen. We ask of your love from you, Ya Rabbi Alameen. We ask you for the love of Rasulullah. We ask you to grant that and instill in our hearts. And we ask you for the love of our Shaykh, Ya Rabbi Alameen. Grant us and instill that in our hearts, Ya Rabbi Alameen. The love of pious and righteous, Ya Rabbi Alameen. Wa sallallahu khairu khalqihi Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Ameen bi rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Jazakum hasan jazaa.
I know I'm waiting for something to happen to me. But this waiting comes with trials and challenges. Nothing in life